Cannoli food porn aside, I wanted to bring you something else that will undoubtedly be old news at this point, and I don't care. I'm aware that the vlogs are behind, but this is something I wanted to discuss with you guys anyway and get your opinion on. It wasn't too long ago that I brought the Minecraft live action film news to you and got your opinion of it. Today we're going to be talking about The Last of Us film adaptation. You probably already know by now, but if you don't, Screen Gems has signed on to do a Last of Us movie adaptation. But even though this is something that occurs frequently and always falls through, this seems a little different just because of the names involved. Generally, anytime there's a big video game, we get news of a movie adaptation. Halo, Bioshock, even Shadow of the Colossus. Generally don't see the light of day, but in this case it is a little different because a lot of the people backing it are people at Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog is really pushing this hard. For example, the person that is writing the script is Neil Druckmann, who was the creative director for The Last of Us. So this is not just something where a Hollywood studio bought the rights and just like, "Durher, we shall make movie," and then it's not close to the game. This is being worked on by Naughty Dog to an extent. Obviously Screen Gems is handling it, but at least the script is in the hands of the creative director of the game, which is very promising. So they apparently are pushing it very hard. Sam Raimi is a part of the project, who's known for the Evil Dead series. So it certainly has a little more tout behind it than most video game movie adaptations. So could it happen? Yes, actually. Usually whenever you get news like this, you're like, probably not. But this is one where I'm like, yeah, actually this could happen. Now, the whole thing behind it, obviously the last one we talked about was Minecraft and how weird it was going to be having a live action Minecraft. And what they were going to do with the story. But this one is a little different because The Last of Us, it's a longer game. It's like 15 to 20 hours, and a lot of that is cutscene, and it's going to feel weird to take a game where you were traveling and doing so much in a pretty extended amount of time and then condense that to 2 hours or 2.5 hours or 90 minutes. So what are they going to do with it? You know, what are they going to keep? What are they going to cut? It's the same issue. Slightly different whenever they work with, you know, novels. You know, they can't put everything from the novel into the movie, and sometimes they do a really good job and sometimes they don't do such a good job. It's all about pleasing the fans. But The Last of Us was such a big deal in 2013. Could it be a very successful movie? I think so. And because so many people on Naughty Dog, even like the president and the co-president of Naughty Dog, are involved with this production, I think it has a lot of potential. Anyway, you can talk about your thoughts on the movie down below. I do want to ask you to post spoiler tags if you're talking about the game, because there are some people that haven't played the game, but I'd be really interested in seeing what you would expect them to cut, because I think there's some obvious things, but also there's some parts where, you know, some people might say, well, they should, you know, cut this because it seems like they should cut it, but then other people will be like, no, that establishes, you know, this between Joel and Ellie, or etc., whatever. So you could talk about that. Put that in spoilers if you do. Otherwise, talk about who would be a good actor or actress combo to play Joel and Ellie. There's also a huge cast of supporting characters in the game, so a lot of shoes to fill, and certainly they wouldn't bring all the characters over, but it's an interesting concept, and it's really neat to think that this is actually getting further than most, you know, plans do, so we may actually see this in the future. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. You talk about the Last of Us movie adaptation, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? We can't figure out for whatever reason why the alarm's going off. We looked up in the manual, even online, and we couldn't figure it out. So we're gonna
get stopped by the police.
We're probably going to, because it looks like we stole a car right now. She's already running ahead. Dear God, slow down, girl.
The treasure is mine. All mine.
What about me? Dang.